Think fancy, pure and simple videos.
Hi everyone, this is JR with JP Take 3, pure and simple video. Like I said, this is a follow-up on the comparison video that I did on the Surface Laptop Studio versus the MacBook Pro 16 M1 Pro. So did did the exchange because I talked to Apple and they said, "Oh, looks like you did everything correct on the software wise, so they don't know if it was the hardware." So I told them, well, I'm just gonna go ahead and exchange it for the same machine, but this time I went with the 1 GB model instead of the 512. Same spec, 16 gig memory, but this time the storage bump is 1 GB. So anyway, let's continue and see if it made a difference. I'll give you guys a hint. It made a difference, maybe a minute to two, but you'll be surprised again on what the outcome is. Again, thank you for returning. So let's get going. Okay, everyone, welcome back again. So now this time I have the MacBook Pro 16-inch M1 Pro on this side. On this side, I have the Surface Laptop Studio. Again, both running 16 gig memory. This one only running 512 storage. This one now running 1 GB. But this one here has the RTX 3050 graphic card. And again, for fun, in the background, I'm gonna run the base model Mac Mini M1 8 gig 256, and both will be rendering a video that's roughly about 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Final Cut Pro, the latest here, Adobe Premiere here, Adobe Premiere there. All right, I'm gonna get ahead and give this a head start again. Again, if I'm doing something wrong, let me know, okay? Again, I do apologize for the noise. Like I mentioned, I do everything on my spare time and in my basement. Don't have a studio. Okay, so all will be transferred to 4K 30. Just want to make sure all the setting is correct. This one will be high, so as a Mac Mini M1. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start it. Okay, so got a 10 seconds head start. Uh, 12%, 17%, 8%. Okay. This video was filmed on a DJI Mini 2 drone. Okay, as you guys can see right now, the surface is at 54%, MacBook Pro at 28%, Mini is at 12%. So as I exchange it to Best Buy. I upgraded to the one with more storage, 1 GB, and I did run the test, and I did see an improvement, like 1 to 2 minutes. I mean, not much. Like I said, this one here is right now 98%. So this is almost done right now. So in fact, it's done. So I can say again that I'm speechless. So this this did it in 1 minute 40 seconds, and it was a 2 minutes 15-second video. The file came straight from the DJI Mini 2 drone, and so far still speechless, but it did improve. I mean, I can go ahead and get the M1 Max, but I think it was like almost $3,400 here, and that's way above my budget. This was already past my budget. Okay, so this one is done here. So it did it in roughly about 2 minutes 25 seconds, and the Mac Mini still about 36%. So as you guys can see, it did improve. So maybe the storage helped, the extra 512, or maybe my first Apple laptop was bad, because even when I called support at Apple, they couldn't figure it out. So if you guys have slowness and all that, and you guys call Apple, you may want to try exchange it if within your exchange period. But I'm still happy on it. I'm gonna try run Adobe Premiere on this one here, and on this one again. So let's do it. So right now the Mac Mini this time didn't beat the MacBook Pro laptop. Remember on my video, it actually beat this one. So as you guys can see, again, it could have been the hardware, or the extra 512 memory made a difference. Anyway, let's continue with the test. Okay, so now both running Adobe Premiere, same edition, and both will be rendering the 2 minutes 26-second video file, and both came straight off the DJI Mini 2 drone. I'm gonna go ahead and start the process. The Mac Mini is still going, as you guys can see. Now, last time it actually beat the MacBook Pro laptop. I mean, there's a lot of nice feature when you're scrubbing on that laptop there. On the MacBook Pro, it's really fast. For some reason, rendering is like not as fast. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and start it again. I'm gonna give this laptop a head start. See, the back one is done already. The Mac Mini is about 98%. So I'm gonna go ahead and start it. Save it. Okay, 6 seconds head start. As you can see, it's actually flying now on the laptop, the MacBook Pro. And then you can see on the Surface Laptop Studio, so 36%, 39%, so both going head to head so far. So I don't know if Premiere is not optimized yet for the new processor, M1 Pro. So right now 40%. This cut up, it's 71% right now. We're at 56, almost a minute. Oh yeah, this really caught up quick, even with a 4 to 5 seconds head start on the MacBook Pro. All right, again, 98% sitting on there with 5 seconds left. I don't know why it does that. It sit at 98%. Okay, so that's done. It finished it at 1 minute 27 seconds. Amazing. No. Okay, so this one here, for some reason, all of a sudden it slowed down. It was going quick. This one here caught up. It is warm. This one here is nice and cool. Okay. As you guys can see, it did make a difference versus the first test I did. And I don't know, guys. This one here, I'm very surprised on this Microsoft laptop. So I think the RTX 3050 GPU make a difference. But if you guys looking for something reasonable price, i7 16 gig 512 SSD with support for a pen and those funky screen that does touchscreen, and has a RTX 3050 NVIDIA GPU card. So, and it does gaming too. I'm gonna do a preview on this. I might keep this. I really want to keep this, because the sound quality on this, and most of my things that I have is mostly Apple. Like, I got my 13 Pro Max, I got my Mac Mini there, I got my iPad Pros. So when I do things, they integrate so easily together because they really can communicate quick, and I can transfer file, or I can do a work on here, there, and on my iPad, and they all sync so perfectly together. Versus this, if I have an Android or even the iPhone, I gotta do it this way. I gotta put it on my thumb drive or this. Where this, I can just send it through the air. So right now, as you guys can see there, it's at 72%. So far we're going for about 4 minutes already, and it's like 2-minute video, I think it was. Yeah, I think it was 2 minutes 30-second video. So I'm gonna wait on this one here to finish up, and then again, I want to thank everyone for coming back, and those that hit the like button. If you enjoyed this video, again, give me a thumbs up, or even a thumbs down. At least I know that people say, hey, it wasn't that good, JR. And then leave a comment. You guys want to talk about it, why such different on this thing. Now I know, seems like the GPU does make a difference. If I had the extra fund to go for the M1 Max, I would. But I think, if anything, I might get the, what's that, the Mac Studio, the base model, which is $2,000, and then maybe one of these gonna go. I want to keep this because I've been very surprised on this. If anything, then this gonna have to go, because even though I love the screen, how beautiful it is, and the sound, this does things quicker, and I'm very surprised. And then with the funky screen, like I showed you guys, and touch and the pen support, it, and it's on sale for $18.99 with a uh, RTX 3050 GPU. That's a good buy. But man, if you guys can hear the sound on this thing here and how clean it is, the video, I love it. I wish I could keep both of them, but I think I'm gonna aim for getting the Mac Studio because I've been reading and watching, and they said it's actually gonna be good, for rendering what I do. Um, I would have loved to try the M1 Max, maybe make a difference because more core and more GPU, But then again, this is a shocker. Anyway, it's about almost done. I just wanted to share you guys my experience after I returned this to Best Buy. I went with the 1 GB model instead of the 512, but it did make a difference. 2 to 3 minutes. Not much, but it does make a difference, and I can see it, and it don't get warm as fast as this one does. That RTX 3050 is really working it, huh? So we're looking at about 7 minutes. Last time on the video that I rendered, 5-minute video, it was like 12 minutes. So I noticed all of them, they hang about 98% for 5 seconds, and then it's gonna stop. Again, apologize for the noise. I know you guys can hear the birds, cars passing, maybe people walking by. I do everything mostly in my spare room when I have time, so I can share with everyone my experience with my rides and gadgets like this, and for those that do, creation and all that. Okay, so that's done. I mean, seriously, the video on the MacBook Pro 16 is gorgeous. I mean, this is nice, but it does tend to look washed out. It's like, oh, how come? Huh, funny. Anyway, um, I'll give you guys my final thoughts on this again, and then thank you for returning and watching my update. I'll see you guys on my final thought. Thank you. Okay, so you guys seen my updated result. Like I said, I did talk to Apple support, and they came remotely on my original MacBook Pro 16 M1 Pro with the 16 gig 512 SSD, and they ran Final Cut with me and then Premiere, and they said most of the settings are correct, so they couldn't tell if it was hardware unless I bring it to the Apple store. But since I still have, I think, like 30 days left, I decided to take it to Best Buy and got it exchanged, and I upgraded to the one with the bigger hard drive or SSD. So now this one is supporting the 1 GB, no, and it did make a difference. I would say 2 to 3 minutes, and also I noticed that when I scrubbing or dragging things, it did improve. So I don't know if the storage made a difference, but is it enough for me to hang on to it while the Microsoft Surface Laptop Studio did it real quick? It's because it's running the RTX 3050 GPU. So I still have time to decide. And at the same time, I'm really thinking about getting the Mac Studio base model that's $2,000. I mean, what I read and what I listened to again on YouTube, you know, the numbers like, whoo, you know, or even Apple speech, you know, like, yep, it's skyrocket up there. We got this much power. So, um, I wish I could have tried uh, M1 Max, but with my budget and what I do, you know, on my own time and not sponsored, everything is on my own. I figure this would do it, you know. I might try the 14-inch, but as you guys seen the result, again, this was faster, did get warm, but as you guys saw, it did improve because on the Mac Mini, on the last video I did, the Mac Mini actually beat the MacBook Pro 16-inch, but this time around, the MacBook Pro 16 beat the Mac Mini base M1 8 gig 256. So I think of me exchanging my laptop, that could have been a defective laptop that I got, you know. The chances that Apple support said it can happen, you know. But no, I just gotta decide what to do. No, I love the Surface Laptop Studio. I'm very surprised what it can do. I mean, I did like some 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes video, and it actually handled it. I mean, it's gonna get warm and hot, you know, and you're gonna hear the fan. I mean, the fan not that loud, but it does kick in, you know. And I did some videos rendering on the updated MacBook Pro. It still was long, but really it's much improved, and it don't get hot or warm as quick as the Surface Laptop Studio. Anyway, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone again and giving me a like on it. Please leave a comment. Let's talk. You know, if you guys have any suggestion, what do you think? Should I keep both laptops and skip the Mac Studio, or return the MacBook Pro laptop and get the Mac Studio? No, yeah, let's talk. Leave a comment. And again, if you guys enjoy my video, give me a thumbs up, and please subscribe to my channel. I am doing more videos coming up, and if you guys want to see some videos on the Surface Laptop Studio, leave a comment. I'll, I'll I'll do a video on that. And there's a lot of video on the MacBook Pro 16-inch. You know, that's why I was sold on it, because you know there's so much video on it that saying this and that. You know, I felt like I did something wrong, but this was a real test on my part. I wanted to see on my own experience, and I seen the result, and I'm sharing it with you guys. So again, if you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up, and please subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos of what I do. There's a lot that I want to work on, but I need subscription, so it can help me do more videos. Again, thank you, and aloha, and you guys all be safe.